Gone are the days where trading education should cost you thousands of pounds to learn something that is relatively free online and very basic. YouTube has taken over the trading space, and it's my mission to make sure that this channel in particular is one of those channels that does provide as much knowledge and value in the trading space. I'm going to make it my personal mission in order to do so. In this video, I'm going to share some tips and tricks on how I feel someone starting from zero can very easily scale themselves to $10,000, be that per month or even a net sum value of just $10,000. In this video, I'm going to share why 10,000 is a very crucial number to me, how I feel a lot of you can get there, and if you get there, your trading will just snowball into something a lot bigger than just that. Today's topic is something called zero bound, and how you getting away from zero bound is really going to help your trading psychology, and it's going to allow you to compound and snowball your way out of break even. I see where you are right now, starting from zero, as break even. You have nothing to lose, you have everything to gain, and I feel that is an extremely powerful place to be. Most people won't even start, and yes, the misconception that trading needs to cost you hundreds of thousands to start is a lie. I do feel with the current way that the market is set up right now, especially in the retail industry, there are prop firms, there are brokerages that do allow you certain tools and tricks that you can scale starting from very little money and scale your way up to points where you are making 10K plus. So let's jump straight into that. What is zero bound? Zero bound for me is knowing that all you need to do is incrementally get yourself away from where you are. Now that may be starting with $100, that may be starting with $1,000, perhaps buying your first prop firm challenge, leveraging that $100 to $200 depending on the size of the prop firm challenge that you're buying, and leveraging that. What does that mean? How are you going to go and leverage that? Your mission when depositing into a broker account, when buying a prop firm challenge, right? Trading futures, whatever you're trading, even buying a crypto token, your main focus should be, no matter how much money you have, by the way, whether you have 10K right now and you're watching this video looking at how to scale that, you got to ask yourself, if you were in a position right now to get a little bit away from where you currently are, how are you going to do that? Are you going to go ahead and risk everything that you have to make a little bit more? Or are you going to focus from getting yourself slightly away from where you are? Now, getting away from zero bound, from break even, is a lot easier and a lot less emotionally attached to the money than if you're putting a lot more skin in the game and a lot more money in the game. So for myself, I view this as a really cool mental aspect, looking at money and looking at risk in markets, looking at trading, because your main focus should be to get away from where you are. So let's just say you deposit $100 into a brokerage account, which I'd probably suggest if $100 is all you have, not trade right now, which I'll get to that potentially later in this video. But if you were to spend $100 on a prop firm challenge, what should your mission with that $100 be? It should be, one, to pass both your challenge and your verification, so you can receive your refund from that prop firm. Obviously, you need to request a payout first, so you might need to place a couple of trades. But as long as you can get your withdrawal back, you're essentially risk-free. Now, what does that mean? That means all you need to do is secure one payout, maybe a second payout, and you're getting yourself away from zero bound. So on that $100, what can you buy? Maybe a 20K challenge. With that 20K, can you not make $500 over the span of maybe a couple of weeks, couple of months, right? If that is something that you're trying to achieve, then you got to put yourself in a position and ask yourself, okay, with that $500, how can I use this $500 to go one level higher? What is one level? Perhaps your first $1,000. So how can you risk that 500? Maybe, in your mind, you're like, the first 500 I have, I'm going to buy a bigger challenge. I'm going to put this money straight into a brokerage account. But your mindset needs to be, how can I make a little bit more? How can I make a little bit more? Right? So essentially, once you've made your first 500, how can you get yourself to a position where you can be on 1,000, 1,500? The cycle just repeats. Whether you start in this mental test that I'm trying to give you now, getting away from zero bound, whether you're starting on 10K and you're trying to scale your way to 100K, it's the same principle. You can't put everything that you have on the line in the markets because you're going to be too attached to the outcome of every single trade. You're going to be too attached to the outcome if you blow a challenge, if you lose a trade, right? You're going to be too attached. You're going to be emotionally vulnerable that you're not going to be able to make decisions. So you want to keep that in mind. So getting away from zero bound, that initial principle is just realizing that, okay, you need to realize your starting point, even if you're starting from zero. You've made no money from trading. You haven't lost any money. You're starting from zero. What that should mean for you is, okay, what's my starting capital point? How much do I actually have to risk in markets? Your main focus should not be to get rich, should not be to buy a Lambo, should not be to jump on a private jet, should not be to go to the Maldives, should not do anything other than get away from zero bound. And when I say zero bound, I mean make a little bit more than you have right now. Once you have that, bring it back to the table, make a little bit more than you have right now, bring it back to the table, a little bit more than you have right now, bring it back to the table, bring it back to the table, and you are essentially compounding your way to the point where you're at a level that you want to be. It may take you 6 months, but I guarantee you, putting your effort and putting your energy into something properly for 6 months, you're going to do so much better than if you were literally just gambling your money away every paycheck that you get, because you're just going to start from zero again anyways. So why not have a concrete plan? Get a pen and a paper and write down a plan. Write down a physical plan of what your starting point will be, how you can just make a little bit more, and how a month from now you can have a little bit more, and how a year from now, if you stick to your plan, you might be on your first 10,000, and the year after that you might be able to scale your first 10,000 to your first 50,000. Some investments might be through crypto, some might be through trading prop firms, some might be trading your own personal account. As long as you are realizing that the money that you're risking in markets should be just to get you away from where you are. Just to get you away from where you are. And that principle there alone, folks, is something that helped me so much, and it's something that helped me make my first 10,000. But it is important for us to know that that 10,000 that you've just made, you need to start from the building blocks again. Start from zero bound. Know that, all right, with the 10,000 that I currently have, how can I risk this accordingly without risking it all to make a little bit more? So that in 6 months from now, it's doubled. By just doing 10%, 20%, 10%, 20%. And when I say 10%, 20% on your money, I mean, if you have $10,000 to risk and you buy a $100,000 prop firm challenge, which will probably cost you $400, $500, pounds, depending on discounts. There's loads of discounts flying around. The market's competitive right now, right? It's an oversaturated market. Everyone's trying to grow these prop firms, so you shop for discounts for sure. I'll try and include some links below if I can find any in the description of this video. But what your mission should be is, okay, essentially I've risked $500 now, so you're back to 9,500. How can you get that 500 back? Pass the challenge, pass the verification, get to the withdrawal stage so that you're risk free. Essentially, the only way you're going to make 10% on your money at your pot is if you make 1% on your funded account. We can all make 1%. Come on, who are you kidding? Right? There's so many opportunities in the markets. Our main focus should be getting away from zero bound. And when I say zero bound, that's P&L wise, right? Doesn't matter what you're starting with. Getting your mindset in the position where you can actually replicate what you're doing should be your focus. Not flexing a trade on Instagram or Twitter. Twitter's exploded recently in the trading space. Everyone's a guru, but no one cares what trade you took. No one cares anyways, right? Focus on you. Focus on your journey. Focus on how you're going to get away from zero bound. Please write that down, and I hope you've enjoyed this video. There's going to be more on this series starting from zero. I think it's so crucial, and most people are afraid. Most people think you need hundreds of thousands to succeed, but all you need is the right mindset and a plan. If you have the right mindset and a plan, you can start from anywhere. You can hustle your way to make your first couple $100, which you can reinvest. your first 1,000, you can go get a job. There's nothing wrong with getting a job. But all you should do is make a plan. You shouldn't just spunk all the money that you have randomly into the markets with no plan, and then you're back to square one months from now. So make a plan, right? Realize that all you need to do, get away from zero bound incrementally, and you're gonna get to where you want to be. But please, folks, hope you enjoyed this video. Do like, comment, share this video to a friend if someone's been struggling with trading that you know, and more importantly, drop a comment down below what you want to see from this channel. I'm going to make sure that this channel becomes a place where I can provide value, and for something I wish I had when I started. But that's it, folks. Have a great day, and I'll see you on the very next video. Peace out.